everybody, it's Aline here. I'm here today bringing you the promised first installment of my new Bake With Me / Cook With Me series because I asked you guys on my New Year's Eve vlog if you guys would be interested in seeing Bake With Me / Cook With Me videos, and you guys were super enthusiastic, which was exciting to see. So as I promised, I am here to teach you how to cook and bake like I do. And I don't mean to brag, I can cook and bake pretty darn well. So today we are starting off super simple. My cat just made a sound. Please ignore her. She's a whore for attention, just like myself, hence the video. Today we are starting off super simple, and I heard you guys loud and clear when you said that you also wanted Cook With Me / savory videos. Those are well on their way, I promise. Today I just thought we would start off with something super easy and just that I have been eating all the time because I'm eating paleo in the month of January. So I thought, why not kind of give you guys a literal taste of what's going on in my life right now, because this is what I've been snacking on at least like 3, 4, 5 times a week for sure. If you follow me or Michelle on Instagram, you would see that this pudding makes quite a frequent appearance, and that's because it's tasty, for delicious dip, dip. Fun fact, me and Michelle and our cousins, Didi and Sebi, used to put on Christmas shows in our driveway, and one year we did a dance show, and we choreographed our own dances to different songs, and we choreographed a dance to Fergalicious, and I popped out of a cardboard cake. I was 10. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? My bowl is right here. I'm sorry that I can't give you guys a view of the bowl. I'm working on figuring out if there's an easier way to do this. Right now, this is set up on a little plate on my windowsill. So, you know, we'll see how this evolves over time, and we'll find the right way to do this. Well, we'll get our groove. The chocolate pudding is super simple. It has 5 ingredients? Yeah, it has 5 ingredients, and they are coconut milk or cream, vanilla extract, maple syrup, cocoa powder, and salt. I do use the term pudding very lightly because it is like a pudding mousse hybrid of sorts. If that tickles your fancy, then please stay tuned. I know that it tickles mine. I don't love the word tickle. It almost has a sexual connotation to it. Why? Tickle your fancy? I don't know. Maybe I just have my mind in the gutter. Moving on. So to start off, open up your cans of coconut milk. Yes, coconut milk, not coconut beverage. There's a difference. Anyhow, let's get... Start off, you're gonna need 1.5 cups of coconut milk. So if you're not familiar with coconut milk or coconut cream, when you open up the can, you're gonna see this, right? And you're like, whoa, that's not coconut milk. It is, my friend. It's just the stiffer part from the milk that separates. There you go. The liquid separates and sinks to the bottom. So if you're wondering where the classic milk is, it's like right here. So you're gonna scoop away all of this stuff and you're gonna use it. Why? Because that's gonna make the pudding stiff. Just like that. And measure it. And, oops, I dribbled. So that's 1 cup. The stuff that you're left with in the can, it's gonna look like that. You're not gonna use a ton of that stuff because it'll make the pudding really runny. I'm sorry, it's getting dark. Winter, man. Inconvenient as heck. In total, you're gonna use 1.5 cups of the stiff stuff. So I always end up using 2 cans and then putting the rest in my fridge. And then the other quarter, because remember, you wanna have 1.5 cups total, you're gonna do of the liquid. You're gonna do that just because you still want some smoothness. I personally don't like biting into something that's so solid. Moving on. And then you're gonna do 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. So I just use Hershey's cocoa powder. That works totally fine. And I buy the special dark and the regular, fun fact, because I like a cross between the 2 colors. If you can see, this is so much darker than this. So we're gonna use both of them. That 1/4 cup's gonna be coming in clutch today. Oh, right, and I'm running it through this sieve because I think it's really important to sift your powders when they meet the liquids. That's just what I find most effective. You don't have to. You really don't have to. This will just help with your lump quantity later, but if you don't mind lumps, screw it. Now this is the special dark. God, I'm such a nerd. Sift that. The thing about this pudding is that it's very accessible. So if you don't have a sift thing, you forget it, you don't need it. Moving on to the maple syrup. Mine is from Costco, organic. Not sponsored by Costco, definitely not. My mom wishes. So credit where credit is due, this recipe is from paleorunningmama.com. And she says that you can use 6 to 8 tablespoons of maple syrup depending on how sweet you like it. Personally, I find that 7 is like a lucky number. So I just go ahead and do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can do less. You can do 2 if you're just like Queen of Bitterland. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I love vanilla. Oh my God. I just don't think that you can ever have enough vanilla in anything. And also, it smells like a dream. Do you guys like my colonial woman apron? Look how fun it is. It makes me feel like a little bit like a belle. I've had this apron since I was in the 6th grade, and my parents got it for me at a garage sale. And ever since, I've been like, this is the apron for me. Then we're gonna do a pinch of salt. This is bougie pink Himalayan salt, right? Himalayan pink salt, I'm sorry. You don't have to use pink Himalayan salt. Himalayan pink salt, you don't have to use it, that's fine. You can use regular common table salt. That's normal, I know I do frequently. And we're just gonna do a couple twists of that because I am a huge believer in salty and sweet and them living together in harmony. So now we're just gonna mix it up. Right now it looks like this. Mix it up, baby, now. Mix it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's looking really good. I'm into it. So, the coconut cream does have a tendency to lump. Now, how can you fix this? You might be wondering. You can fix this with a whisk, with an egg beater. I personally like using this little guy, so we have a good time. Just this little blade spins it and makes it real creamy. So that's what I like using, but that's just me. You can use a fork. I got some on my chin. Now, sometimes if I'm getting a little bit of tang from the maple syrup, which I don't know, maybe some people like that, maybe they don't, I'll just add a scoop more of coconut cream and that kind of solves that issue. I don't know, yeah, just throw fat at it and you should be fine. Right about now, your pudding should be looking like this. Ooh, it's so liquidy, a liquidy boy. So where you proceed from here is totally up to you. You can put your pudding to cool in little glass containers, little Tupperwares, or one big Tupperware and scoop it out like ice cream, essentially. And if that's how you want to serve it, that's so fine. It's so up to you, personal taste. I like little things like this just because then I have set portions, and so I don't trick myself into thinking like I've had 1 pudding today when I've actually technically had 6 because I just ate the whole Tupperware, but in my mind, that's 1. I like to separate them out into little things like this, but you don't have to. And then you're gonna pop them in your fridge to cool. So we're just gonna fill these now. So in general, I'm just a really big fan of the ladle. You don't have to use a ladle, but that's how I pour my pudding. Dribbled, that was embarrassing. But you can use a spoon. Again, the point of this is not to be like, you need all this equipment. It's like, no. You need a fork and a spoon and a bowl. So you should probably end up with around 6 to 8 servings of pudding if you wanted a yield. Here it is. And then you're gonna just pop them in the fridge and have them set for a few hours. I like to make pudding in the night so then it can cool overnight and then I can have, you know, I can feast in the morning time. So that's just my pro tip to you. But you can also make it in the morning before you go to work, before you go to school, and then by the time you get back, you can have a nighttime chillaxin pudding. Now, again, I'm not gonna tell you how to enjoy your pudding, but enjoy it. Okay, so I probably definitely have some pudding on my mouth. We're gonna ignore that fact. Look at these little guys. I made 6. I know I said 6 to 8, but let's just be real. It's usually about 6. So I'm about to pop these in the fridge. Let's see how they turn out.